Throughout automotive history, certain American cars have emerged as game changers, vehicles so revolutionary and exceptional that they fundamentally disrupted the automotive landscape. These weren't just good cars. They were automotive revolutions that forced competitors to reconsider their approach to design, performance, and innovation. Based on extensive research from automotive historians and industry data, here are 5 American cars that didn't just raise the bar. They completely rewrote the rules of the game. 1. Ford GT40, 1964 to 1969, the European conqueror. In the early 1960s, Ford Motor Company attempted to purchase Ferrari, but when Enzo Ferrari backed out of the deal at the last minute, Henry Ford was furious. His response? Create a race car that would defeat Ferrari at the prestigious 24 Hours of Le Mans race. The result was the legendary Ford GT40, standing just 40 inches tall, hence the name. Ford assembled an elite team including Carroll Shelby, Roy Lunn, and Ken Miles to develop this mid-engine masterpiece. What made the GT40 revolutionary wasn't just its stunning design. It was America's first serious international racing challenger that could compete with the European racing establishment. After initial struggles with reliability, the GT40 achieved what seemed impossible. In 1966, it secured a historic 1-2-3 finish at Le Mans, breaking Ferrari's 6-year winning streak. The GT40 went on to win Le Mans 4 consecutive years, 1966 to 1969, with the 1967 victory being particularly significant as the first All-American win in Le Mans history. American drivers, team, chassis, engine, and tires. The development of the GT40 represented a massive financial commitment from Ford, with millions invested in what many considered an impossible challenge. The car went through multiple iterations, from the original Make 1 to the race-winning Make 2 with its 7.0-liter NASCAR-derived engine, and finally the streamlined Make 4. Each version addressed previous shortcomings while pushing performance boundaries. The GT40's innovative aerodynamics, lightweight construction techniques, and advanced suspension set new standards for race car design that influenced generations of performance vehicles. Its legendary status was further cemented in motorsport culture when the GT40 chassis #1075 won Le Mans in both 1968 and 1969, the only car in history to win the race twice with the same chassis. This remarkable achievement underscored not just the car's speed, but its extraordinary durability. The GT40's impact extended far beyond racing. It elevated American engineering prowess on the global stage and proved that American manufacturers could build sophisticated, world-class performance vehicles. The automotive industry was forced to recognize that American companies could compete with and beat the most prestigious European marques, forever changing perceptions of American automotive capabilities. 2. Ford Mustang Shelby GT350, 1965 to 1970, the accessible performance icon. When Carroll Shelby transformed the already popular Ford Mustang into the GT350, he created something revolutionary, a track-capable performance car that ordinary Americans could actually afford. The original Shelby GT350 introduced in 1965 packed a modified 289 cubic inch V8, producing 306 horsepower, with handling capabilities that rivaled much more expensive European sports cars. The GT350 threatened the industry because it democratized high performance. Before its arrival, serious performance cars were either expensive European imports or drag strip specialists. The GT350 changed that equation by delivering genuine road racing capability in an affordable package. Its success forced competitors to develop their own performance variants, giving birth to the pony car wars that would define American performance for decades. With its race-bred suspension, lightweight design, and balanced performance, the GT350 proved that American manufacturers could build cars that weren't just fast in a straight line, but could also handle corners with precision. Automotive journalists were shocked by its capabilities, with car and driver declaring it a brute of a car with the manners of a sports car. What made the GT350 even more significant was Shelby's holistic approach to performance. Every modification served a purpose, from the fiberglass hood that reduced weight to the lowered suspension that improved handling. The removal of the rear seats in early models emphasized the car's racing focus, while the distinctive blue Le Mans stripes became a hallmark of performance credibility. The GT350R racing variant dominated the SDCAB production class, winning the championship in 1965, 1966, and 1967, proving the GT350's racing pedigree wasn't just marketing hype. The car's success forced other manufacturers to develop their own track-focused variants, with Chevrolet's Z/28 Camaro and Pontiac's Trans Am being direct responses to Shelby's creation. Even European manufacturers took notice, with several premium brands later adopting the formula of offering specialized performance versions of mainstream models, a practice that remains industry standard today. The GT350's influence continues today, as the concept of affordable track day performance cars has become a key market segment. Its legacy is evident in modern special editions from various manufacturers, all following the template that Shelby created. Take a popular model and transform it into something extraordinary through focused engineering and performance upgrades. 3. Dodge Challenger/ChallengerHellcat 2015 to 2023. The horsepower revolution. When Dodge introduced the Hellcat in 2015, it shocked the automotive world by offering 707 horsepower in a production car with a starting price under $65,000. At a time when the industry was shifting towards smaller turbocharged engines and electrification, Dodge went in the opposite direction with a supercharged 6.2-liter HEMI V8 that delivered supercar performance at muscle car prices. The Hellcat was a disruptive force because it completely reset expectations for what constituted high performance. Before its arrival, 400 horsepower was considered significant for a production car. The Hellcat pushed that boundary to more than 700 horsepower, forcing competitors to respond with their own high horsepower offerings. Ford's Shelby GT500 and Chevrolet's Camaro ZL1 had to significantly increase their power outputs to remain competitive. What made the Hellcat truly remarkable was its combination of extreme performance with daily drivability. Despite its monstrous power, it was comfortable, well-equipped, and could be used as a daily driver. The Hellcat became the go-to muscle car for those seeking teeth-rattling power and performance on a budget, offering the most horsepower per dollar of any American car. The Hellcat's impact was magnified by Dodge's willingness to expand the platform. The initial Challenger SRT Hellcat was followed by the Charger Hellcat sedan, making it the world's fastest and most powerful production sedan at its release. Dodge didn't stop there. They continued pushing boundaries with the 797 horsepower Hellcat Redye and the limited production 808 horsepower Demon, specifically designed for drag racing. This relentless pursuit of power created a performance hierarchy that kept enthusiasts constantly engaged and competitors scrambling to keep up. The Hellcat's distinctive supercharger whine became as recognizable as its aggressive styling, creating an instantly identifiable performance signature that enhanced brand recognition. Notably, the Hellcat achieved this without exotic materials or complex technology. Its supercharged pushrod V8 represented an evolution of traditional American engineering rather than a revolutionary new approach. This proved that established technologies, when pushed to their limits, could still deliver thrilling performance that resonated with consumers. The Hellcat's impact extended beyond performance metrics. It rejuvenated the Dodge brand, proving that bold engineering choices could capture public imagination and translate to sales success. Even as the industry moved toward electrification, the Hellcat demonstrated that there remained a significant market for unapologetic, high-displacement performance vehicles, a lesson that continues to influence product planning across the industry. 4. Tesla Model S 2012 present. The electric game changer. When Tesla introduced the Model S in 2012, electric vehicles were widely considered impractical alternatives to conventional cars, limited in range, performance, and desirability. The Model S changed everything by proving that an electric vehicle could offer superior performance, cutting-edge technology, and premium luxury all in one package. The Model S threatened the entire automotive establishment because it demonstrated that a startup could outperform legacy automakers in creating a compelling electric vehicle. With its impressive range, over 200 miles when competitors offered barely 100, blistering acceleration, 0 to 60 miles per hour in as little as 2.4 seconds in later versions, and sophisticated software integration, the Model S made traditional luxury sedans seem outdated almost overnight. Traditional manufacturers were forced to accelerate their electric vehicle programs in response to Tesla's success. The Model S popularized features that have now become industry standards: over-the-air updates, minimalist interiors centered around large touchscreens, advanced driver assistance systems, and electric powertrains that deliver both efficiency and performance. The Model S's revolutionary impact was amplified by Tesla's relentless improvement cycle. Unlike traditional automakers who typically update models every 4 to 5 years, Tesla continuously refined the Model S through software updates and hardware revisions. The introduction of dual-motor all-wheel drive, autopilot capabilities, and the performance-focused Plaid variant kept the Model S at the forefront of technology and performance. Tesla's development of its own battery technology was equally significant. The company's vertical integration allowed it to achieve battery costs and energy densities that competitors couldn't match for years. This battery advantage translated directly to real-world benefits like faster charging and longer range, addressing key barriers to EV adoption. The models also demonstrated the performance potential of electric powertrains, with its instant torque delivery and silent operation creating a driving experience that even the most sophisticated combustion engines couldn't replicate. As journalist reviews consistently noted, experiencing the Model S's acceleration often converted skeptics into believers in the potential of electric vehicles. Perhaps most disruptively, Tesla bypassed the traditional dealer model with direct-to-consumer sales, challenging a fundamental aspect of how cars had been sold for generations. The company's vertical integration, manufacturing batteries, developing software, and building charging infrastructure, represented a completely different approach to the automotive business model. Today, virtually every major manufacturer has committed to an electric future, following the path that Tesla blazed with the Model S. 5. Chevrolet Corvette C8 2020 present. The mid-engine marvel. For decades, the Chevrolet Corvette defined American sports car performance with its front-engine, rear-wheel drive layout. When the 8th generation C8 Corvette debuted in 2020, it broke with 67 years of tradition by adopting a mid-engine configuration, a layout previously reserved for exotic supercars costing several times more. What made the C8 Corvette so threatening to the industry was its combination of exotic car performance and relatively accessible pricing. Starting at under $60,000, the base Corvette Stingray delivered performance that could match vehicles costing $200,000 or more. With its mid-mounted 6.2-liter V8 producing 495 horsepower, the C8 could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds and reach a top speed of 194 miles per hour. Figures that put it in direct competition with exotic European sports cars. The C8's impact was immediate. Demand vastly outstripped supply, with waiting lists extending for months or even years. Competitors in the sports car segment were forced to reconsider their value propositions, as the C8 offered an unprecedented performance per dollar ratio. European manufacturers that had long dominated the mid-engine sports car category suddenly faced a legitimate American challenger at a fraction of their prices. The engineering achievement behind the C8 cannot be overstated. Moving to a mid-engine layout required completely reimagining the Corvette's architecture while preserving its identity as America's sports car. Chief engineer Taj Jukter and his team spent nearly 7 years developing the C8, overcoming significant challenges in packaging, cooling, and weight distribution. The result was a platform capable of handling far more power than the base Stingray. as evidenced by the subsequent Z06 variant with its flat plane crank V8 producing 670 horsepower and revving to 8,600 RPM, specifications previously unheard of in American production cars. The C8's advanced manufacturing techniques, including innovative uses of lightweight materials and precision assembly methods, showcased American production capabilities at their finest. Perhaps most impressively, the engineering team accomplished this transformation while maintaining practical features that had long distinguished the Corvette, such as its generous cargo capacity and comfortable long-distance cruising ability. This combination of exotic performance with everyday usability redefined expectations for what a modern sports car should offer. Beyond performance, the C8 Corvette represented a technological leap for domestic manufacturers. Its dual-clutch transmission, sophisticated electronic limited-slip differential, and advanced chassis control systems demonstrated that American engineering could produce a world-class sports car with handling precision to match its straight-line speed. The C8 proved that American manufacturers could successfully execute the most challenging automotive engineering feat, creating a balanced, mid-engine performance car, and do so at a price point that threatened established players across the industry. The legacy of disruption. These 5 American cars share a common thread. They didn't just exceed expectations. They fundamentally changed the rules of the game. The Ford GT40 proved American engineering could conquer the world stage. The Shelby GT350 made genuine performance accessible to the masses. The Dodge Hellcat rekindled America's horsepower wars in the modern era. The Tesla Model has forced the entire industry to embrace electrification, and the Corvette C8 democratized the mid-engine supercar formula. Each vehicle represents a moment when American manufacturers didn't just compete, they led. These cars forced competitors to react, accelerated industry trends, and established new benchmarks for what was possible. Their influence extends beyond their sales numbers. They represent pivotal moments when American innovation fundamentally changed the automotive landscape. The automotive industry continues to evolve, with electrification, autonomy, and connectivity driving the next wave of innovation. But the lessons from these 5 disruptive vehicles remain relevant. True innovation doesn't follow the established path. It creates entirely new ones. These vehicles didn't just participate in the automotive industry. They transformed it, leaving an indelible mark on automotive history and forcing competitors to rise to new challenges or be left behind. The spirit of these revolutionary American cars continues to inspire the next generation of automotive innovation, proving that the most transformative vehicles aren't just those that perfect existing formulas. They're the ones that dare to reimagine what's possible.